Welcome YouTube for a battle report featuring Skaeth's Wild Hunt versus a Fumbleroid Crusher. Yes, the solo rules. It has been about quite a while since I used them, and it has been Zarbag's kids back then who faced the monster with mixed success. So now I'm going to start doing this some more, as I found a nice corner in the kitchen where I can play the little mini game. By the way, the rules are still available. Just Google Warhammer Underworlds solo and you'll get a hit to the Warhammer community site for a crushing terror, which are these Nightvolt era rules. Like back in the days with the Gits, I'll be running a warband through all three of the battle plans, and the first warband to start your deal of trying to take this big monster down is Skaeth's Wild Hunt, the band I'm currently trying to get a hang of in Rivals format. I'll also be using a Rivals deck for all these games. Now, the Fumbleroid is a slaughterer. Its third reaction, mainly used when he's in combat, hits automatically for 3 damage, taking most models out in one go. The upside in this particular scenario, Rampage, is that whenever someone falls, another fighter is immediately inspired. Furthermore, you pick one upgrade for each model at the beginning, and the other upgrades are no longer used, so this is my starting lineup for the scenario. As you can see, I went for the mostly damage boosting skills, because, yeah, well, that's just what you need against the big one. As the game begins, the Fumbleroid Crusher automatically always takes the first turn and charges at Legain, but the Brave Cat dodges the attack. The Crusher in return is charged by Skaeth and gets hit for 2 damage thanks to the full support. Legain is then taken down by the Crusher with what? An attack roll? But I thought he ought to hit, yeah, bear with me on that one, causing Skaeth to inspire. Brave Chaos charges in and thanks to his upgrade wounds the big beast for another 2 damage before being smashed down as well. Again, bear with me, after a grueling roll from the Crusher, but inspiring Cartain as a result. At this point I realized I was forgetting the breaker action of the Fumbleroid Crusher, so playing Hunt in concert I pulled Skaeth out of contact, and I then used Fleet of Foot to move Cartain in as a sacrificial lamb for Skaeth, as Altain would have her 2 shots in range to hopefully last longer than the wizard if needed. Cartain strikes at the big beast and wounds him again for 3, meaning there are already 7 out of the 10 wounds knocked off before being smacked down himself. Another little note, as it's been a long time, I forgot the maximum 2 damage unless a crit was involved, but it wouldn't matter, as you can see when you read on. Surely some things have been refreshed for future games, but in my defense it has been 4 years since I used these rules. Altain then shoots off 2 arrows, wounding the big beast twice more and putting him on his last remaining wounds. So round 1 ends with 3 of the Wild Hunt already down, the other 2 now inspired, and the beast at 9 out of his 10 wounds taken, so technically actually 8, but yeah. I drew a new hand of power cards and the game went on. The Crusher charges Skaeth and he is the closest model, but the Huntmaster defends against the attack. In retaliation he throws his spear, misses, but plays Retrieve the Javelin for another chance later on. The breaker action wounds the leader for 3, but with his spear he throws again. He strikes home and he knocks off the final wound, which would have been 2 anyway, so the oversight over didn't really matter anymore, and laying down the Crusher at long last. A victory to the Wild Hunt in his first solo encounter against the Fumbleroid Crusher, and it was actually not that hard, to be honest. As long as I could keep in this Rampage scenario of any objective tokens, he wouldn't be hurling those around and probably take everyone out by the end of turn 1, suffering steady damage himself instead. So a nice little quick game. It takes about half an hour and I'll do for some quick late evening gaming. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you again next time with more Underworlds. Bye bye.